Good evening there, beautiful people. I'm Raven, for those of you who have not seen me before. So yeah, had a little break. There is thank you, Brazil, for reminding me. No, it's not been a vacation here at all. We had visitors from Norway, and it was a lovely visit. So we've been people having to share a really small space. There is a heat wave going through Europe, and truth to be told, as I sit here, I can barely breathe. But yes, I'm from Norway, and this kind of heat, getting used to it. I'm not sure I ever will get used to it. But I lived like this in India without a fan for a long time, and I survived. Just remember to drink. And nor have I had any privacy because of this. So obviously, as I sit here now, I'm sweating. Another thing also, when you share such a small space with other people, made me think about distractions in life and how easily, particularly myself, is to be distracted from the true path that, well, like I said to you before, this spring, I am the path, I am the way, which gave me a new meaning when I really took a week break. So as most of you already know, metaphysics is my hobby, and the cards have been teaching me many things. I have a few things to say, and so there will be probably one or two more channels if I can make it. So I got another camera, and I'm not using it right now. I want to thank all of you for supporting me in this particular extraordinary journey, which is a little bit difficult, different from the mainstream journey that I've been taking for the past few years. And many people have been asking me questions, and I've been opening up my heart too much, too often, to the wrong entities, to the wrong people who've been taking advantage of me opening up, basically. So I decided that I want to clear a few things up, but it is so difficult. So the only way to do that is to come out as the true monster I have myself been in the past, and probably still can be at times. And never ever have I really denied that I can be quite nasty at times. We all have a dark side and a light side, and we talked about this. So I've been working probably, I don't know how long, decades, to trying to do the right thing and at the same time being the worst hypocrite. Defending things I've done, that's not good. And at the same time, we're all in this together. I've been thinking a lot about if this is the right thing to do. But I think it is time that all the trolls need to come out of the closet, including my own. So some of those trolls you will see the light soon. You'll see the light. As the beings we are in this simulation, the things that we have to go through, we like to think that, I like to think that, it's carbonizing, isn't it? If you want to create a really beautiful diamond, you need to handle the pressure. And the things some people have to go through in this life, I'm baffled. I've heard some stories and seen some things happening, and even for someone like me, it's been jaw-dropping how deep some people really can sink. It is jaw-dropping even for me. So yeah, I was groomed by gangsters, and today, let's just say I'm a huge fan of Robin Hood. Okay, so yeah, that was my, I think, fair excuse. I have to do this now. It's, I don't know, 1 or 2 o'clock in the middle of the night. I think there are a lot of things going on right now that I am staying away from mainstream media, trying to keep the vibration up high, and try not to speculate too much from what is outside of you, because the confusion now is even worse than ever. So what I advised you before is to try and look inside first, because we all have been through something that hurts, and if you go into a regression back into the past, you will perhaps see that there's still a scar there, and maybe there are things that are not properly healed. We really never stop being children. It's just that we get a few more layers. And so we have this strange mentality that because you're an adult, you deserve less compassion than a child. And of course, there are, because you're a child, it is important, no matter what a child do, Ironically, there's a baby screaming in the background now. No matter what a child do, give it all the love in the world. That's really, really basically what children need. Try your very best to answer cruelty with love. It's one of the most difficult things. One of the most difficult tasks that we have ahead of us. And I'm going to shine a light, and some of the stories I'm going to tell you will be a shock to some of you. Because it has to stop. It has to stop. At some point, you can't get away from it. Just like a child reaches puberty at some point, your spirit also have to evolve. There's no way around it. There is... Someone are evolving faster. Someone choose to be this popular N-word narcissist for the rest of their life. A lot of people choose to live by the solar plexus, living through the ego, or to the part of the brain. I believe it's called cerebellum. It's a beautiful word, isn't it? Reptile brain, which is in constant fear. So whatever is going on in the world right now, I don't know. I just feel it. I feel the heat, and I feel a lot of things actually. And I'm doing everything I can to use the rune I told you about. That's called is, which means literally ice. And that's something we have to do now and then, because the heart can be very noisy, and when we are in a crisis, you need to stay cool and think logic. So use your brain as a tool, but remember there's a part of your brain, the lower part, that will always be afraid. And it's a gift given to us so we can stay here in this simulation to survive. However, it also thinks that it is separated from everyone and everything else. And it therefore easily to raise jealousy, anger, hate, not to mention hypocrisy. And point fingers at each other. I'm going to tell you, for each things I'm going to bring to the light, I'm going to bring at least 2 things from my own closet. And I will tell nothing more. And nothing less. Nothing more and nothing less. There will be no modification of the words. I will do my best to be neutral. Modification of a sentence or extremely good, extremely bad, very dark, very blue description of a subject or a person. It's really very vague. And therefore, when we tell one story to one another, we are doing a very large mistake, and one of them is called adjectives. We are speaking in poetry, and there are 3 traps that are keeping you in the simulation, and I would really love to tell you all about them. And it's time for me now to look more inwards than outwards. This channel is listed as entertaining. It's not appropriate for children. Nor is it any point for people who follow the mainstream. If you choose to walk the last part of your life with your eyes closed, that is your choice. And I'm okay with that. But there are some things that you will never get rid of if you keep feeding it with aggression and hate. And I can only do my part. To make it stop. The human behavior is something I probably will never understand. People say I don't understand men, I don't understand women, I don't understand humans. Still, we have to carry this body for some time more. Although I asked politely a few times if a creator can please stop the train so I can just go off. I've seen some things, and before we accuse one another as witches and burn each other at the stake, ask yourself, is this how you want people to treat you? Is this how you want people to treat your children? I work a lot with what many people would probably call shamanism or something. I don't know. And so I travel a lot. Not too long back, I looked myself in the mirror to see if I could see my own soul. And I looked deep and I asked the Creator, what is that you want with me? You've given me all these gifts in art, dancing, all this knowledge. But I really feel it's not really going anywhere. So why do you give me all these gifts? I was born to be a performer. And I was born with a gift to draw and paint beautiful things. And very often it is misinterpreted. Or how do you say the word? Misunderstood. Easier word. The Creator answers me. One of the main reasons, despite your many attempts of jumping off the train, one of the main reasons I'm keeping you by the neck, holding on so hard to you, is because you are among the very few who are capable of actually seeing beauty where people see nothing but ugliness. So I have my days where I curse, I'm sad or angry, but I get quicker over it because I know now better than when I was young. That duality, there really is no such thing. Sometimes we are being tested, and the time here is much shorter than you think. So our Creator was very, very clear. I find it very strange that people, that we as humans see ourselves as superior to animals and trees and flowers and insects. When I see other people, I see much beauty and potential. I have the capability to see straight into your soul and to see who you truly are. A lot of people are suspicious because I give, and they ask themselves, for what reason does she do that? Because I see me in you, I see your suffering in me. So why am I keeping myself alone and waiting for you to wake up? But the message was clear. I was given a gift to see the beauty in the smallest things that most people ignore because they're too busy with wherever you're going, I don't know. The tiny insects that we have around us, most people think they are ugly or annoying unless they are a butterfly or have some special things to them. Truth be told, I see the Creator and the soul and the beauty absolutely everywhere. Particularly when I sit still. So that was the message. A lot of people, you step on the bug crawling on your wall, and a lot of you respect this creation and you gently carry it out of your house. Some of you have this idea that one animal is more valuable than another. And I have to confess, I'm still carrying that programming in my head. At least I'm aware of it. It seems strange that some of us actually talk to trees. But when we are throwing rocks at each other, thinking, what a beautiful rose. Mock another flower because it's not a rose. Many types of flowers. One of my favorites, the poppy flower, Papaver somniferum. Orchids, my favorite, white rose. I never really see them argue. I don't see the trees argue between them, mocking each other. I see people fixing their garden. They are removing something away. They call it weed. In reality, they are beautiful yellow flowers. You can even feed your body with them. It's food. Free food. In Norway we call it the lion tooth. Are you capable of seeing beauty? Absolutely everywhere. There is only one word. Only one word that is left. And that is the question of the word love. And the question is, how capable are you to love despite the situation you are in? Can you love those who harm you? Can you separate their ego, their blindness from their true nature? The times we are in now, they are difficult for all of us. They are not going to be easier. Some of us are luckier than others. But in the end, we're all walking the same path. We are not an entity living on top of a rock. We are the rock. There is no separation. So, I suppose that's one reason I'm still alive. To remind you that tragedies can be beautiful too. Sometimes that is exactly what you need to open up. All right. I thank Great Spirit for giving me a new camera so we can continue doing these wonderful talks. Did take me about 25 minutes more than I had in mind, though, to tell you, before you judge someone, try to walk in their shoes first. And if your heart is filled with hate, remember it is fear. And please don't project it upon someone else. So, that was a really grave, serious talk. But yeah, if you don't see me as much as you usually do, it's the heat. Probably the heat. So let's have some fun. Do some tarot. It will be a general read. And then we are going to have a look at the eagles. See what's going on with the eagles. It's been a week now, I think. I love you so much. See you soon.